Pam, something's popped up saying it's showtime.
Morning, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for being with us. Absolutely delighted to see so many people with us this morning. Absolutely great to have you here. And we're going to be taking some questions from you later and everything, and, you know, network away in the chat as well. Say hello to everybody, because that's what we're about, networking and building relationships. So what are we going to do here for you today? I want to tell you a bit about us, but most importantly, we want to give you something. So by the end of this webinar, you're going to know a little bit more about how LinkedIn really works, how to use it, you know, how do people get business from it, Zoom, and how to get business from that, and WhatsApp, so that you can gain more clients, end a bit of that business isolation that is particularly difficult at the moment, and using this unique cocktail of combined networking. Okay. And the thing is, I think it's important to qualify why who the hell we are, to be able to tell you all of this. Okay. So who are we? Okay, so Ian has been a copywriter for many years. Yeah, he can write stuff, and the kind of copy that really sells. And I've been teaching people to use LinkedIn for many, many years, sides to my day job, and now full time. And so between us, we have so many testimonials to say, wow, this stuff really works. I keep signing clients because I'm doing what you said. Also, on top of that, both of us have in the past run large, very successful and very popular networks. So we know a lot about networking techniques as well. Okay. So we had a light bulb moment. Okay. Because what we realized is there's a lot of offline networking where people might be networking in WhatsApp groups, they might be networking face to face over Zoom, whatever. But, you know, and you have got that, the Zoom networking, but there wasn't a place that pulled everything together. Because when you pull all of those things together, the sum of each component part is greater than all of them on their own. Okay, so what we say is 1 + 1 + 1 = 5. It compounds the effect, and that's what we've kind of brought to you. So it's kind of like a giant jigsaw, if you like, and we can't always see the picture on the box. We've got all the pieces, but we can't see the overall picture. So we just want to give you an overview of what we mean. And Ian's got a jigsaw for us to demonstrate this.
But before, you forgot this one. Yeah.
Go on. Go on.
Really, what we want to do is we want to talk about the fundamental mistake which leads to us all wasting time online when we're trying to network. I mean, ultimately, we're trying to attract clients, but there's a bit of a problem. It's almost like when we get on the computer and we're about to post something or comment on something online, we become a different person. Now, in the real world, if I was to walk up to Pam at a networking event and I didn't know her, I'd offer to shake her hand. And if I said, "Hi, Pam, I'm Ian. I do the best price per copy on photocopiers. Would you like a quote?" That kind of doesn't work in the real world. We'd kind of go into automatic, would get all of our excuses to get rid of salespeople that we've got in our mental library and we'd apply it immediately. So it doesn't work in the real world, and it certainly doesn't work online. And that's the mistake people make. You go on LinkedIn, you go into WhatsApp groups if you're kind of new to them, and you feel the need to sell because that's what you're there for. But the successful factors that we've noticed are all to do with be how you are offline, online. And that then brings us to the next bit, which is where it all goes technically wrong, unless the rehearsal went well.
I can't trust you.
So let's see if this works. Have we gone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So here we go. This is the way we see it. Okay. So the jigsaw that we've put together looks like this. You've got WhatsApp networking, and we mean networking. Okay. We don't mean post links and things like that. We mean conversations, support, building relationships. That's important. Okay, so that's over on one side of things. And then we also have LinkedIn. So we can connect with people on LinkedIn, and we've got all sorts of things that we've built into that as well, which we'll come on to, with like our own hashtag, our own ways of networking on LinkedIn, competitions, all sorts of things like that. And then we also have Zoom. So there's lots and lots of Zoom networking meetings out there. Some are long, some say too long. And it's really important to go to those where you've got regular people that you're seeing, but it's also important to go to those where you're meeting new people. So we've got really short 40-minute ones, and we'll come on to that as well for you. But so we thought, okay, the corner piece of this picture's missing, the one that pulls it all together, and that's linked online. So that's what we do. Okay. So let's get on with giving you all those tips and tricks and things, because, you know, we do want you to get value out of this morning. So, Ian?
Okay, well, I think before we carry on, we should, everybody who's about to switch off because they think, okay, here's a big sales pitch. Virtually everything we do on this website is free.
Free. It's free.
You can do the WhatsApp, the LinkedIn, the Zoom networking at least twice is free. So please stick around because you will have an opportunity to do all of this and benefit from it. So what we're going to show you how to do is, it's to do with building your online tribe. And there are 3 types of people you should be building relationships with. The obvious one in the middle is potential clients. You want to chat with them. You want to comment on the post. You want to chat to them in the WhatsApp group, meet them on our Zoom networking events. But you're also looking for people, and I love this jargon, Pam, don't you? Synergy non-competitors.
Yeah.
It's a real.
Who are they?
People that don't do what you do. In other words, they don't compete with you, but they look for the same clients as you. Isn't it a good idea to build a relationship with people like that? Because then you've got potential referrals. And then the other important part of the jigsaw, and this is where, in the lead up to this, we talked about Maslow. We didn't reveal his name, but he's a leading US psychologist who wrote a paper years ago about human motivations. And one of the key ones is belonging to a group. So find people you like. If you're going to hang out online, you can actually amplify each other's voice with all of the things we're going to show you today. And this is a perfect cocktail to win clients, and it can be fun. And this is where you end the business isolation, and it's like team networking online. And it's like this, we've already shown you, it's WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Zoom, and linked online, bringing it all together. And again, it's virtually all free. So we'll show you how. And basically all it is really is this. You're basically nurturing those relationships. You're sowing seeds with your online networking, and this is where it leads. So where do you find them? Over to you, Pam.
Okay, so like we said, the first place to find them is in your WhatsApp networking groups. Who is talking in there? Who are you resonating with? You read what they say. They tell you what kind of people they're targeting. And if they're targeting the same kind of people as you, then you really need to be talking to them because you can collaborate. And also, they're just maybe people that you totally resonate with who are supportive, who are good at passing referrals. That's a great place to look. And then, of course, there's LinkedIn. And if you're using LinkedIn properly, okay, you're not just sitting there with a nice profile, you're using the search filters to go out and find, say, at least 10 of your target market every day and connecting up with them and connecting up with all those people who support your posts by liking them and commenting on them, because these are people who are helping to get your marketing message out there. Next, you've got our linked online site, which is completely free. Everybody who signs up to that site, okay, and I'm just looking at a note from A65 Bill this morning, and he's saying here in the chat that he keeps getting link requests that trying to sell him something without asking anything about what his business does. So everybody who's signed up to the linked online site, okay, has agreed to accept your connection request. And let me tell you that the importance of accepting connection requests is that they build your network. So it doesn't matter whether I look like I'm your target market or not, connect with me and you can access my contacts, okay? So all of the people on there agree to connect, but agree not to send you a sales pitch. So there they all are. And then you've got your Zoom networks, and we have our own Zoom networking for you. And again, you can come along to that free twice, and we'll go into that a little bit more later. So all the tips and tricks that are going to get you more clients. All right. So as I said, you know, Ian and I teach LinkedIn and WhatsApp, and we don't have a lot of time. I'm going to have to talk really fast to get all this in, but I want to give you some hacks and things, okay? So how do we get WhatsApp to work for you? How do we get LinkedIn to work for you? And Ian and I teach about 11 or 12 different kinds of posts on LinkedIn that really work, but the most useful one, the most dynamic one, which seems counterintuitive, it's the conversational post, and we're going to run through how to do that one, and tell you why it works. We're going to tell you how Zoom networking like Random 11 sows those seeds, and how our site can become your networking hub, all for free as well. So should we start with WhatsApp? Okay, right. People say, wow, you know, we have great groups, because in our group in particular, it's incredibly lively and people do talk. Yesterday was fantastic. Everybody was sharing all sorts of business stories. But some people are much shorter on time and they say, whoa, I can't catch up with all these messages. Don't. I want you to think of networking in WhatsApp groups like this. If you go to a physical networking room and you're maybe 10, 15 minutes late, or maybe it's a party and you get there after other people have arrived, do you go to every single person in that room and say, right, you've got to tell me everything that you've talked about before I got here? You would not do that. You'd drive yourself crazy. What you would do is you would join the conversation exactly where it was at. So WhatsApp's exactly the same. So when you open your chat group, scroll back a very short way, have a look at the flavour of what's happening and what's being talked about, the mood of the group, join the conversation where it's at. But do join in. Don't sit on the sidelines. You've got to be visible, and you've got to be building relationships. So a little bit more on WhatsApp. If I can have another slide, please, Ian. Right, okay. These are things that some of you may know all of these, but I am constantly finding people who don't know any of them, okay? And I just want everyone to know to make it so much easier. So if you are looking at your group, your chat group, right at the very top of the screen, you'll see the name of that group. Tap it and you will get this menu, the menu that is seen on the right-hand side, in which clicking on, for example, chat search, will allow you to put in a keyword that will take you to wherever that keyword is mentioned. So much easier. You won't miss out on topics that interest you. You can, in the group, just click on, hold down and star messages that you think, I want to come back to that, or I want to keep that, okay? And then when you go to this menu, you can just click on starred messages and see nothing but the ones you've starred. You can go and delete everything in the group except the ones you've starred. So that makes things a lot easier to manage. People still say to me, why am I getting all these photographs and pictures stored on my phone? Well, switch it off. So the save to camera roll function allows you to switch off the automatic downloading of pictures. So that's another one to make things more manageable. When you want to reply to someone in particular, your reply can come in after other people's comments. So make sure that person knows by taking their post in the WhatsApp group and swiping it. And then WhatsApp will allow you to attach your reply to exactly the message you want to reply to. And you can tag other people by using the @ sign. So that, and for goodness sake, mute the group. Look at that, muted always. Just mute it forever, and then it doesn't ping, and you don't keep getting the notifications flashing up on your phone. You can go into that room whenever you want to. So I really hope that that's been a helpful. There are other things that Ian and I teach, but that's to do with business WhatsApp. So we won't go into that today. Okay. So how to effectively network online, win clients, and end business isolation. So here we go. Okay.
When I can figure out how to end it, Pam. How do we do that?
Charming.
Okay, so where were we? Giant
Okay.
jigsaw thing I had. So we've just done WhatsApp, navigating the networking. That's what you've just covered. LinkedIn, how it really works. And I think this is going to be back across to you in a moment. So hang on a second. I've just got to stop that. And I'm going to share the screen.
Yeah. Most people think when they come to me for training that all they have to do is create a LinkedIn profile and put their logo on instead of their profile picture. And then when people want their products or services, they'll do a search on LinkedIn. When was the last time you used LinkedIn to search for a product or service that you want? My guess is that you asked someone that you know for a recommendation, or you went to Google. You know why people use that search bar on LinkedIn? They use it to search for people to sell. too. And you should be doing the same. So yeah, create a fantastic profile. So what are you doing with it? Are you using the banner at the top? It's your free advertising space. Are you actually, using your head and shoulders shot? We don't want to see a logo. We want to see the person behind it. What are you saying about yourself underneath your name? Director at ABC Industries tells us nothing. Intrigue people, tell them what you can do for them. In your About section, are you aligning yourself with the problem that you can solve for your clients, demonstrating that you both understand it and that you can solve it for them? And are you giving them a call to action? Do you have a featured section that features some of your best posts that are giving away some great information to people, or some great testimonials? And have you got recommendations? That's what LinkedIn calls testimonials. Please get those recommendations, because those recommendations, what other people say about you is far more powerful a marketing tool than what you say about yourself. And you might think, well, why is she not talking about company pages? Because nobody wants to follow company pages, really. When you say, please follow my company page, you're asking people to sign up for all your corporate news and your adverts. And nobody really wants that in their feed. This is a big networking room, and we want to deal with people, real people. Then we start to buy into the product. So you get this, this profile is you. It's you in a virtual networking room, the biggest networking room in the world. And so when you make this profile look great, it's you getting really well suited and booted to get out into that networking room. But you can go into a networking room looking fantastic, but if you're not going to speak to anybody, you may as well be stood in a corner looking at the wall. You are not going to get any business. It's your responsibility now to drive people to your profile so that they will buy from you. And the way you do that is constantly using your filters to find your target market every day, accepting all the incoming connection requests that you get to build your network, build your search results, and build your post outreach, which we'll come on to. But you have to start posting. Okay, if you're not posting, you're not talking to people, you will be forgotten about. You'll be in the corner. Okay, so let's not be in the corner. So this is where this is where Ian and I teach about posting, and a lot of people who are with us today have benefited from our training. And if you have, please put something in the comments about that, about what you've got from it. And so people think all I need to do is just put out these sales posts, talk at people, and it's wrong. And one of the very, very best forms of posts that truly build relationships and drive people to your profile, and that's the thing that sells, is the conversational post. And some of you have had this bit of training and some of you haven't. And we want to explain why the conversational post works, why it brings you clients, and how to construct one. Okay, so I'm going to hand over to Ian right now, because I do think that he should be doing some of the work here. So go on, Ian, can you talk about the conversational post, please?
Well, I should do that anyway. I'm sick of hearing your voice, to be honest.
Nice.
Right. So we do have a laugh, me and Pam. For those who don't know us, a lot of people culturally in the past have been shocked at how we insult each other. live on YouTube. But anyway, let's have a look at this one. This is one of your recent conversational posts.
Yeah.
And this is where the internet's slowing down. Anyway, now one of the things I want to mention is right at the beginning, we talked about how people are wasting a lot of their time online. It's because they're being corporate. They're talking about their business all of the time. And I'm not saying that you should never do that. You do have to write posts which position yourself, educate your audience, and kind of make you stand out as an expert in your field. But this is going to annoy a lot of people because you just want to get sales, don't you? So you want to write a post which sells what you do, and then in return, you get sales. It doesn't happen like that all the time. Now, this particular post, I know the story of this one, and it's really an incredibly light post in terms of content. There's no mention of what Pam does. It starts, my kids' faces and reactions were so funny. Sunday, another go at sorting through old junk. And basically what she's talking about is one of these old style telephone indexes that her kids hadn't a clue what they were. And she's just started the conversation with, remember these? Did you own one? And look what happened. Now, I'm logged in as me here, so I can't see the viewing figures, but I think last time I asked Pam, there was 44,000 people had seen this post.
Over 44,000 people had viewed that post, yeah.
Now, you've got to look at results because you're interested in results. If you're going to change your whole mindset and go, okay, I'm going to be a little bit more like myself on LinkedIn, then what happens when you do? Well, Pam's had 531 likes and 339 comments. And because she teaches this stuff, she practices what she preaches. So she connected with hundreds of people that she hadn't connected with before as a result of this post. And more importantly, I think you were inundated for a couple of days with inquiries.
I got so many inquiries about LinkedIn training because this post pushed people to my profile. Who is this woman who has written this? And then they were connecting with me, and then they were asking about, and I didn't even talk about my business. People just liked my humor, my style, what I was doing, and this stuff works. That's what I keep hearing from the people that Ian and I train. Is the number of times they use those words. This stuff works. I absolutely love it, and I really want you to sort of understand. You have to have the confidence to do this, but there's a structure. There is a structure to doing them, Ian.
Yeah. Well, I think the important thing here is that you've been yourself and you've had a conversation which you would have with a friend. And one of the pieces of advice that we do often give is after you've written a post, ask yourself, would I say that to a friend? And if the answer is no, change what you said. So I forget where we're up to, Pam. I think we've got another to do, haven't we?
Well, one of the things that I was going to say was because we promised to tell people how to do this.
Yeah.
Is when you write your conversational post, do you know what? Have you been scrolling through your LinkedIn feed? Can you not just talk at people? Can you involve your audience? You know, that very first line of your post, it's got to stop people scrolling past. You know, it's got to intrigue people. So make it intriguing. Tell them. Facts tell, stories sell. Start telling a story. Say something intriguing. A post I wrote that had over 36,000 views, for example, started with the words, how soon can you talk about a company after you've left them? Because I'm going to do it now. We all have, wow, what is she going to say? And But the thing was, it was actually a very positive story. But the boy here and everybody wanted to know if I was going to dish the dirt. And at the end, space them out, not because of any kind of, it's not some secret algorithmic trick. It's just a psychological trick. People don't want to read a wall of typing. It kind of puts them off. If the thing looks like it breathes and you've got some spaces in between, then people are more likely to think, oh, I can scan that quite easily, and they're more likely to start reading. So, what okay? And at the end, you need to ask a question. The thing is, when we do our courses on these things, it's a lot harder than you think to come up with that first line, and a lot harder than you think to come up with that end question and content. And we cover all of that. Okay, so I just want you to understand the basics. You can have a go, but if you really, really want to find out how to do it really well, come back and talk to us. We're here. Okay, so linked online. Now, this is our site. So we're going to show you how to use that in order to get to build your tribe and end up getting more business. And again, not a sale, this, it's free to use. The only problem with our site is that you do have to see Ian's face on it here and there. And I apologise for that in advance.
Okay. I'll just try and get it on screen. Can you see it, Pam?
No, I can't. Yes, I can now.
Right, okay. So, right, okay, so we've talked a little bit about LinkedIn. We've talked a bit about WhatsApp. We'll talk about how our site brings it all together and creates that community. And this is where you can find your tribe. So obviously this is the home page, which confirms at the top, it says join free. You can click on that. Oh, Iceland are doing a big night in this weekend. Anyway, the Conversation Hub. This is our homepage. This is where you can join. You can read all about it. We explain it all. And at the bottom, click that button and you're in. Then we've got our chat-free page. And this is where all of those tips Pam just gave you on networking on WhatsApp, you can put them into practice by joining up. All you've got to do again is sign up below. We've got some do's and don'ts. Please read through those, but one of the major do's is network, socialize, take part. We also ask that you have one of your free attendances on Random 11, so please book in before you join. And again, click the button. It's free. Get listed free. This is what, oh God, I've got to log in. I'll just switch back to the other version. Didn't happen in rehearsal, did it? Are you still there, Pam?
Yeah, I'm reading everybody's comments. Sorry.
Oh, you're ignoring it again, aren't you? You're depending on me, which is dangerous. Okay. You're on the get list. We're on the get listed free page, Pam.
Yeah, the thing is about getting listed is that, like I said earlier, these are people who understand that connecting on LinkedIn is important, because those search results, when you're looking for your target market, which, as I said, you should be doing every day, we're looking at the unpaid version of LinkedIn. For example, if you connect to me, you now have all of my first degree connections you can now search and see and connect with. And there are nearly 12,000 of them. So you're bound to be able to find some of your target market in that lot. And then you can see all their first degree connections. So why would you not accept all connection requests? It's not about the people that you connect with, it's about who they know. Plus, if I comment on your post, then a number of my first degree connections are also going to see your post and have the opportunity to comment on it. And you're going to get more views, and you're going to get more views on your profile, and you're going to get more connection requests and more incoming business. So everybody who joins our site understands that. They also understand that they are not to send you a sales pitch. And I notice in the chat that a lot of people are saying, oh my gosh, yes, I'm fed up with getting sales pitches. And Tim Turner made me laugh this morning, because in the chat he has said that immediately he connected with someone, he got a pitch about somebody's pellet manufacturing business. Now, what on earth they thought Tim had to do with that, I just do not know. So this is a safe place to find people who are not going to reject your connection request, and they're not going to pitch you. And if they do, you tell us and we throw them off the site. It's as simple as that. And if you want to be listed, all you have to do is invite a few other people to come and join the site as well. And you will then get your own listing, so that you will get more incoming connection requests. Keep saying it. Going to say it again, just in case you think it's a sales pitch. This is free.
And there's a big list of active networkers, so you can connect free as well. And you can do that without clicking the button at the bottom if you want to cheat, but you only get sort of me and Pam. So you can connect with Pam, you can connect with me, but you can connect with hundreds of other people. And on here, we've got a link to your LinkedIn profile, so you can connect with hundreds. You can see what they do first. All of the people near the top of the list are our paying members. So yeah, some things you can pay for. And then it goes down, 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 and then we go on to all the free listings, which are just basic. So you can connect free, basically. So I'm going to the top. Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. There's a lot of questions in the chat where people are asking about where do they find WhatsApp groups? Do they have to start their own? No, you don't. You will all be given the opportunity to join our already established and administrated and very lively, very proactive WhatsApp groups. And again, free. What?
It's full.
The first one is full. We're starting another one.
It's only, I think it's actually full right now, because we moved it to 150. So we're going to start a new one immediately, because we've got people in our green room
waiting for the next one.
Yeah. We didn't talk about the green room, did we?
No. We've got a thing called a green room.
Yeah.
And that's because on a program on television, an interview, a chat show or a game show or something like that, the people who are waiting to go on live are sitting in a hospitality room called a green room. And that's where we put people while we tell them what the group's about, just what the rules are, get their agreement to follow the rules, i.e. no post links. It's about networking and just respecting other people. And then we put them into the WhatsApp group and they're away introducing themselves, networking and building up relationships. So we will be giving you the link for that. So don't worry, you can get in, no problem.
Yeah, once you click the blue button, I think we saw the blue button before. This is what happens after you've clicked the blue button. There's a little link at the bottom, enter the WhatsApp group waiting room. If you click on that, you join in. That's basically it. So we were up to network free, which is over to you, Pam, again, because I haven't heard your voice for a long time.
Ian, you're really making me work this morning, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So like I said before, there's lots of Zoom networking out there, isn't there? And a lot of it's for your established groups like your BNIs and all the rest of it. And you're seeing the same people every single week. And you know what? That is important. That is important because you're building up relationships with them and they're seeing you regularly. But if that's all you do, or if you don't do that at all, you're not finding fresh people yourself. So On our random 11s, they're really not time consuming. They're only 40 minutes long. And in that time, you will have 3 minutes to pitch your business and tell everybody what you do and what kind of referrals you want. And you'll have 3 minutes to do that. And while you're doing that, we will literally be showcasing your LinkedIn profile, which will include all the fabulous things you say about yourself. And so much more importantly, all of those, any recommendations that you've got, we will be letting other people see them. After that, we give you a link to the profile of every person who's been on that call with you so that you can connect up, expand your network, and then get a one-to-one with all of those people that you have synergy with or that you think you can help. And it's all done quickly and efficiently. And people are signing up to carry on with them. You can come along free twice. And if you like them, then they are literally they're under a £5 per meeting. It's so cost effective, so time effective. But yeah, again, another freebie, come along free twice. Not a problem. We think who said to me the other day, I've been to every single one of them since they started, it's very, very new. And he said, I've got 3 new clients already and a new associate. He said I wouldn't miss them, which is just great, isn't it? So, I know people who came along and within the first 2 free goes, they got business. Crazy. Love it. So yeah, there's another freebie, 2 random 11 meetings.
Yeah. Okay. Shall I do some work then, Pam?
Yeah, please.
Okay. The next freebie is the free to enter the LinkedIn conversational post of the month. And it says at the top there, it doesn't have to be poetic. And basically, this is open to anyone. It's a Shakespeare-free zone. You don't need to be the best writer in the world. Your posts just need to be conversational. Now, let's have a look at Pam's work of Shakespeare. My kids' faces and reactions were so funny Sunday. I'm sorry, Pam, but that's not exactly Shakespeare, is it?
No. Sooth.
So
it's not, my liege.
So basically what we're looking for, and we have a number of judges, which I'll come on to in a minute, they're chosen at random as well each month. And they judge your post, not on the writing, not on the spelling, not on the grammar, not whether it's going to be celebrated in 500 years' time as a work of art, like Shakespeare does. This is about how conversational it is. I won't go into all the detail of this, but this is another freebie. All you got to do is tag your post, hashtag your post. So this month, for example, it's hashtag R11, which stands for Random 11 or event, November 20, NOV 20. And then what you've got to do, let's go back to Pam's post again, because I'll show you how easy it is to enter. So Pam, she's done her homework. She's hashtagged her post, R11 November 20. And all you've got to do in the right-hand corner is click on the 3 dots. You then get this option, copy link to post. And you see it's confirmed that. Then you go back to enter the competition, go right down to the bottom, paste the link and press the red button, click to enter this month's competition. Then on the next page, you just need to verify with that blue button again, because we need to make sure that it's the post author that's entering the competition. We don't want people entering other people into the competition, and then they're going to be bemused when suddenly they're getting a bit of attention. So that's the conversational post of the month. You can win 50 quid, but if you're shortlisted, every person in our community will be asked to vote, and we'll come on to that in a minute. But we did mention judges.
But hang on, Ian, not just everybody in our community. We will actually be putting it out to the whole of LinkedIn, everybody, saying, come and look at these shortlisted posts.
Yeah.
So the exposure that you get just for being shortlisted,
Yeah.
That's worth more than even the prize that we give, a lot more, because you could win clients.
I'll just quickly whiz through this because I'm conscious of time now. The judging page, if you want to judge, it tells you exactly what you've got to do. You just got to look at 7 criteria and give us a score for each of those. If you want to judge, click here to register to be on the judging panel, and then you get what's on the next page. When we ask people to vote, all you've got to do, well, you get to see the judges first because they're the stars of the show for actually giving up the time and scoring them. So a big thanks to Morton, Taz, Tanya, Sajita, and Asha who judged this month's. And then you get to see them. So these are our top 10 picks. This is for October. The voting closes shortly. But all you got to do, I'm just going to pick one at random. If I wanted to choose Pam's post, I'd need to click through and read it. Or I can see them all at once. I can click this button, and that brings them all up in one screen. And I can see all of the shortlisted posts, read through them all, then go back, decide on the winner, and submit our vote. And that's pretty much it. That's our website. The past winners page doesn't work. Do you know why? Because we've only done it for 1 month so far. So this is all brand new.
Ian, hang on. There's quite a few people asking for the link to the site. It's coming. We're going to do that as well. Don't worry.
Okay.
I just don't want people hanging around waiting for you while you're chatting.
Yeah.
I know we will come to everybody's questions, but I just want to reassure people that, yeah, you can come and sign up. We'll give you the links to the WhatsApp group, the site, everything.
Yeah.
It's there for you to use.
So where are we up to? We've done our site is the hub. We've done find and connect with people, get your own listing, LinkedIn networking and hashtag networking. Right. This is slightly different. This is daily networking. We're recommending in the WhatsApp groups at the moment, try and do 15 minutes a day, find your tribe. I'm going to show you how you do that right now. So let's go back to, I'm going to turn that off. So we've got a little bit more space. And I'll put a link to this page in as well. So don't worry, LinkedIn 15-minute networking. We saw before that all we've got to do is put a hashtag into your posts. And the reason we do that is everyone who hashtags the post will get seen with our LinkedIn networking. And all you got to do is visit the post. So let's have a look at October, for example. So on October 2020's posts, you can actually find your tribe here. So here's all of the posts that are hashtagged for October. Okay, there's a few of me. Who's that ugly guy there?
Told you you'd all get sick of seeing Ian.
Yeah, so it could be that I'm looking for consultants, for example, and my aims is helping SME recruitment companies design and build a business that works hard for them and not the other way. So this could be one of my prospect client targets. So all I've got to do is comment on his post. It's as simple as that. Chris Notley, I might have got to like Chris's posts because he's done a fantastic one here because it has coffee, ruined tea. He's a fan of Dave Gorman. I've got a book of his on my shelf. So that's intrigued me. That could have been one of the people I like category, if that makes sense. Or I could be interested in Kerry because she may be targeting the same types of customers as me, but she doesn't compete with me. So she's another great person to build a relationship with by commenting. And it's as simple as that, really. All you got to do is spend 15 minutes a day. You don't have to do it every day. You could be busy.
Can I just point out a good reason for commenting on the posts of other people, that not only does it build relationships with them, but it means that you are more likely to see their posts in your feed when they post again, because you've built an algorithmic bond with them, and you want to keep seeing the posts of your target market in your feed because you want to keep building relationships with those people. And it gives you more chance to actually comment on them. So that's another tip for you. Even better if they then start to comment on your posts, because your posts are going to keep going into their feed then, and you're going to be front of mind to them. And again, that's something that Ian and I teach. We teach how to get your target market to comment on your posts. So we don't have time to go into all of that today, but this is how LinkedIn really works. And this is the stuff that I wanted to give you today. Don't just sit there, understand how it works so that you can use it, you can play it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like what we're actually doing is we are training LinkedIn to do the work for us by actually networking this way. It's like turning up at a networking event, and LinkedIn has put all the people you want in the room. And that's what it's all about. So what's next, Pam? Was it nominating people?
Nominating, yeah, because Kerry's just asked a question about that as well.
Yeah. Well, we've got a page on nominating. Now, this is a fantastic networking method, really. And all you got to do is be genuine. So if you're browsing around LinkedIn and you see a post that stands out to you, you can pay that person a compliment by coming to this page, selecting this text. And you mentioned Kerry, didn't you? So it could be Kerry. So she's tuned in. I could really like this post. So to record or not to record, that is the question that's been on my mind this week. Did you know you can have a voice recording next to your profile's name on LinkedIn? So I could comment on that, and I could read that post. I think it was actually one of the shortlisted posts, that one. Or was it? It couldn't have been. My memory's terrible. But anyway, this could have intrigued me. I liked the post, so I can nominate it. So I'd maybe go to comments and say, I didn't know about that, Kerry. Get out. Love the post.
Hi, Patrick.
Oops.
While Ian's typing, nice to have you with us.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to copy that text, go back to that post. Love the post. So I'm nominating it. Now I do this as well. If I post that, about 70%, I think it was something like 74% of people I nominated actually replied to thank me. So how powerful is that? A built-in method of actually complimenting people. So that's quite handy as well, isn't it? So I'll put a link into that as well. I'll probably have to switch this off for a minute, Pam, and come back and figure out where we're up to.
Can you deal while you're doing that? Kerry asked a question.
Yeah.
She said that when we nominate people for a post, do we actually have to point them to where they go and enter their own post?
Well, that text actually has the link. So on that nomination page, the text I just copied has a link to the page where they can go and enter. So all you got to do is, make a genuine comment. Don't make this fake. This has got to be real. Don't nominate a post where somebody's saying, would you like to buy 10 of my green widgets? They're fantastic. They're on special offer today for 10%. That's not exactly a conversational post that you'd like to nominate. So it would come across as disingenuous. So no, I wouldn't do that. Pause for a second. I'm just going to put a link to the hashtagging page, the LinkedIn networking page. It's a bit of a delay, so that might take a second or two to come through. And I'll put
what I'm doing, if you've got questions, by the way, I am making a note of them so that we don't miss them and that we'll come back to them.
nominations. I'm putting that link in as well. So let's go back to the banners. The other things you can do, you can invite people to our webinars. I mean, this one in particular, but we're probably going to run this quite frequently. So if you've clicked on the button to attend it, you can also invite people, because that's a great way of inviting your target audience. So it can be your prospective clients, it can be your synergistic non-competitors, if you love jargon, or just people you like. Invite them to the webinars. Some of them may join, and that's a great way of bringing them into this community, if you like.
Because then you might end up networking with them in a WhatsApp group and actually even pitching to them face to face on one of our Zoom networks, and they could be your target client. So what's not to like about that, really?
Okay, over to you, Pam. Random 11, or should I do this one?
Oh, this is the final bit, okay? So random 11, like I said before, it's important to go to networking where you see people all the time, but it's so important to get in front of new people all the time and keep building your network and keep building your audience of target clients. So yeah, we come along, 2 free goes, we showcase your LinkedIn profile while you're actually pitching. We show people what other people say about you, all your recommendations, and then we ask you to connect up with everybody that's been on the call afterwards and have a one-to-one with those that you think that you can help with your product or service, or with referrals, and people that maybe you can collaborate with, some good synergy connections. So what's been happening in the WhatsApp groups, just the help people have been giving each other, the questions they've been answering, the stories that have been shared, the fun that's been had. I mean, people have been doing business with each other, passing referrals to each other, and just feeling like, they're part of a really great community. So welcome along, come to our WhatsApp groups. No, they're not for posting LinkedIn post links in to get support on those, because that tends to ruin a networking group. This is all about networking. Okay. So yeah, come along to random 11s. As I say, somebody said to me the other day, I've been to everyone. I've got 3 new customers already, and an associate, and I know somebody else who got some work photographing some apartments and with a tour guide, and like, I can't believe that. And that was in my first 2 meetings, and I actually got work. That was a photographer. So come along, free twice. So take action. What did we ask you to do? Get this stuff for free is basically what we're asking you to do. So you can sign up to the website, you can sign up to our WhatsApp groups. Best way forward is to come and join a WhatsApp group. As soon as you do that, we can give you the link to the site and everything. Anything else to say, Ian, before we go on to questions? Hey, can't hear you. Where's your voice gone?
I've got some guy next door drilling, so I just muted myself for a minute. I've just posted the link to join the WhatsApp group. That's probably the best place to start. For those people who are already in the WhatsApp group, we're going to actually summarize this today in a document that I'll actually put it into the WhatsApp group, and then you can download it. So I'll just quickly show you that. We've got a guide, how to effectively network online, win clients, and then business isolation. So a lot of the stuff we've talked about today is in there. There's some pictures. There's a nice big font as well, so it's easy to read for people like me. And we're also going to be launching our 15-day, 15-minute daily networking challenge, which you've just seen. So we're going to group people together and get them actively networking online. So we'll pop that into the group as well. And I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
We need to maybe think about taking some questions.
Yes, please.
Oh, by the way, if you do join a WhatsApp group, I'll put those same documents into that as well. So if you sign up today, we'll put that in there a little bit later. We'll get the group launched and we're going to call it Linked Online Bravo. We're going through the phonetic alphabet, aren't we? We've got Alpha, so it's Bravo next.
Yeah, okay. Can you go to 9:40, Pam Moore? There's just comments and questions I want to highlight now, please.
Wow, it's been busy, hasn't it?
Yeah, see, I've been keeping up with this. Multitasking.
Pam Moore. I can highly recommend the Random 11 meetings. I go almost every week and I've met some amazing people. Well, that's brilliant. Have we got any?
Thanks, Pam.
You, Pam?
9:42.
Yeah.
Beam Recruit. That's Kerry. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mark,
9.
Please give me the right link. I've put links to 3 of the pages, including the WhatsApp chat groups. If you join, you get an invite to Random 11 anyway. So if you join the chat groups, that's where you'll actually start to get really networking. And it becomes a discipline then. You can basically pop in or out as you wish. Any other?
9:47, Julia.
Okay. Random 11 were great. I did not know how to continue coming after the first 2 meetings and look forward to sign up and do more. Yeah, on that network free page, by the way, if you scroll down to the bottom, we're not very good at pitching these things, are we? If you scroll down to the bottom, there's a button where you can become a member. That means you get it for the lowest price. Or if you just want to buy a pack of them, you buy 6 or 12 at a time, use them when you want. Or it's probably best to become a regular member because that gets right down to £6. It's £12 for 1 meeting, £6 per week if you become a member.
If there's a 5-week month, it's even less, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, and also you get an enhanced listing. Oh, and the thing we forgot to mention is if you do actually become a member, you get a discount on mine and Ian's training.
Yeah.
Which we have tons of testimonials for.
Yeah. Valentina saying she loves the Random 11 meetings, but she's now working on Thursdays and can't attend. Have you thought of adding another day? Yes, is the answer. We do need to build a head of steam on that because we've got people from different time zones. We will be doing a different time slot at some point in the future once this has built a head of steam. So please join in, use that get listed page, share it with other people. As soon as the groups grow, we'll start to put more on. Any more?
9:51, Imran.
9:51. Imran. Will the recording of the session be available afterwards also? The answer is yes. The same link.
9:53, David Lewis.
53, David Lewis.
Can everybody see how I keep him in line? Anybody who's not seen us do a live before? This is how I have to. It's like herding cats.
What does pay it forward mean? I don't know. Is that a tongue-in-cheek comment? I don't know.
No, it's me. I always use that. I must have said pay it forward. And it means just sow seeds. Just throw out help to other people wherever you can, because it comes back somehow in the end. And that's what paying it forward means. Doing things for other people before they've done anything for you.
Julie's asking, what is the hashtag to use for the hashtag networking? It's really easy, this. It's hashtag R11. Then the first 3 letters of the current month. So at the moment it's November, so it's NOV. And then 20 for the year. So it's hashtag R11 NOV 20. And all those hashtags are on the pages if you visit them. So I've put the links in. So next, Pam.
Austin says if it's like herding cats, you can just pick cats up by the scruff of the neck. And if it wasn't locked down,
yeah,
but I can't get my hands on him.
Yeah. Thanks, Janine. Thanks for popping in. I don't know what that means, but I just thought I've got to highlight that.
Now, because they all started talking about bikes, and that is exactly how networking works. You get to know each other, find common interests, yeah? And that happens in our WhatsApp groups as well, which is great.
Okay.
And Julia at 10:04. I love motorbikes.
Julie 10:04.
Julia
again. But how do I get into a WhatsApp group? Well, let me just whiz back to that page. Where is it? The chat free page. Once you've clicked the blue button, I think I mentioned this before, it says at the bottom, one more step, enter the WhatsApp group waiting room. You click on that, and that gives you instructions for joining. It actually explains how to do it. So on mobile, if you're clicking it on your mobile phone, you'll go straight through to the group and join. If you're clicking it on your desktop, it launches WhatsApp web. Basically, what you've got to do is click
on... Ian, we can't see it because of the banner.
Oh, you can't see it because of the banner?
No. And anyway, could you not...
Okay, I'll switch that off.
Can we give out the link to join the green room anyway?
Yeah, I could actually. Bear with me a second. Entertain them, Pam, for a minute.
Yeah, and A65 Bill asked very early on, is Ian a Scouser? Yes, he is. And you may notice he's far more Scouse than me. I live a bit further out from the city centre than Ian does. So my accent's a little bit more tempered than his. So he's one of those people who might say something instead of something, for example. There's all sorts of Scouse accents, actually. It's not just one.
How very dare you? How very dare you?
Ew.
Yeah, you do actually need to click the buttons on the website. You can't. We're not going to give the direct link out because we need to know that you've read the do's and don'ts before you join.
Yeah, but there should be a link to the green room. The other thing as well about Random 11 is that some of the hosts of Random 11 actually do a LinkedIn post about it the next day. I know Hewell always does this. If you're lucky enough to land in one of Hewell's groups, he will literally highlight you in a post on LinkedIn the next day if you've attended, which is really nice of him. Oh, Bill, do you know what? Chicken. Yeah. How do you say chicken? See? It's not. There are all sorts of different accents around here. Oh, yeah. Iconic Creative 10:07. You know what? Nicola and I actually met in a previous WhatsApp networking group. And we just got on really well. And he invited to come up from London to Liverpool. And I took her around Liverpool, tried to be a tour guide, and then realised that there was a lot more I didn't know about my own city. However, we had a brilliant time. Really, really loved it. It was so good. Yeah.
Okay. So we've gone over the hour. We did promise it will be just over an hour. Has anybody got any more questions? Is that fair enough to ask?
Yeah. And Susie says that as a southerner, she has no idea what some of us are saying.
Oh, we'll try and get some Google Translate thing on here.
To watch all the old interviews with the Beatles, that's a proper Scouse accent, that is really. Oh, yeah. 10:08 Iconic Creative. That's how it, yeah. LinkedIn post we started to talk on as well.
Yeah. Julie, if you want to get in touch, are we connected? if you want to send me a message on LinkedIn, I'll help you get on if you can't access WhatsApp.
I've actually got Julia's number in my phone, I think.
Okay.
So we can sort that out.
Maybe you could give her a call and figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that it?
I think so.
Did we rehearse a fantastic ending?
No, we didn't, and we never do. But we did say just over an hour, and it has just been over an hour. Gail, do you know what? Gail, let's connect on LinkedIn and we can sort it all out for you. Yeah, Pam Case and Ian Denny. Send us a.
I'll tell you what I'll do before we go. I'll put the
Thanks, Patrick. We're glad you came here as well. What are you doing, Ian?
That's the website address. So I've actually put it several times in the comments. If you go up and down, it's connected to different pages based upon what we've talked about. And I believe that afterwards, they should still be available even on the replay. But all you got to do is type in connect.linkedonline.network, and that takes you to our homepage, and everything we've shown you today is available. Hope that helps.
Thank you, Austin, for your comment. That's lovely.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Have we put out the link to the green room? Is that not possible?
No, as I just explained, Pam.
I wasn't listening to you again.
I know. I'm kind of used to it now. So even though you want to grab me by the scruff of the neck, the feeling is mutual. Yeah. Basically, you've got to go to our chat page on our website where it says chat free.
Mm-hmm.
Read all the rules and then click the button. That proves that you've read it.
Okay.
The do's and don'ts, and then on the next page you get the direct link to our green room, and that's it.
Send us, if you're not connected to us on LinkedIn, connect with us. Our network is your network. You know, we're both more than happy to accept so that you can access our contacts. Not a problem. Thank you, Susie.
Southern Susie, who doesn't understand us, but she's enjoyed it.
Yeah, we'll never, ever be that corporate thing or trying to be over clever or over abusive or whatever. You know, it's just not us. We are what we are, what we are.
You're over abusive to me, Pam.
Well, apart from that, I'm allowed to be abusive to one person. Yeah. I'm so glad. Thank you all so much for the feedback that says you've enjoyed it. Hope that some of you got some great tips from it on how to use LinkedIn. Some of you have said that you still couldn't see that menu, that WhatsApp menu. Go to a group that you are in and then, just click right at the very top on your screen, touch the name of the group, then it should come up.
Yeah, it's slightly different on Android as well. I think you were showing the iPhone version. So some of the options are slightly different and in a different place, perhaps. But
yeah.
So some great feedback there from Christy. Bill's, he's actually used the correct spelling of Scouse words. Learn to speak your words properly.
I like Bill. He's fun. I hope you come and join in one of our WhatsApp groups, Bill. Unless you already are. There's so many people.
Thanks for popping in, Martin.
Thank you, Chris.
So I think we're running out of questions, and
Patrick says, "I'm try LinkedIn, I think." All that means. Ooh. But if you need help with LinkedIn, you know where we are.
I'm a try LinkedIn, I think. Okay. I think he's trying Scouse. So sorry, Susie, because you've probably followed it because a lot of it's been written down, but now people are writing it in Scouse, so we've lost you. Sorry.
Writing.
Writ down.
Written.
It was writ down. It was. Is that it? So what should we do now, Pam?
I think we just say bye for now and say we'll see you in the WhatsApp groups. We'll see you on our site. We'll see you on LinkedIn, and we will definitely then see you getting more contacts, more help, more business.
And Bill's just summed it up with
Ta-da!
ta-ra. That's how we say goodbye.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.